Okay, we are back with yet another Super Metroid Triple Bingo tournament. This going to be game 3 between Maniacal and Mr. Guy Average. We've got a 1 and a 1. We're 1 and 1. We are tied. Mr. Guy Average, Maniacal. Going into game 3 here. We're going to get the card up on the screen in a little bit. And we're going to be off. So, for those of us who are just joining, Super Metroid Triple Bingo. What does that mean? We've got a bingo card in the center of the screen. Our runners are going to have to run and complete any 3 row, column, or diagonal of their choice before their opponent. They want to complete it before their opponent. So, let's take a look at this card and see what it is that they're going to have to do. In the center tile, the all-important center tile, collect all 10 wrecked ship super missiles. Why is the center tile important? Because it opens up column 3, row 3, TLBR, and BLTI. This one, a super freebie. There are only a few tiles that could make this more free, but all 10 wrecked ship super missiles, very, very free. Go into the wrecked ship, super easy to defeat Fantoon and collect all 10 wrecked ship super missiles. That's almost every runner. Almost every runner is going to do that. Very, very easy, very free. What plays off of that? Well, we've got some defeat Crocomire and skip high jump. Collect both Meridia E-tanks. Collect grapple beam or wreck ship E-tank. Both Brinstar missile recharge stations. We've seen that one before. So it's an interesting column 3 there. Row 3, it's got that screw attack that we know is in Lower Norfair. Meridian Map Station, an interesting one. 3+ energy tanks and 30 missiles. Kind of a gimme there. 3 energy tanks. We've seen our runners are really going to collect 3 almost always going to collect 3 E-tanks, right? At least the Terminator tank. Maybe the Kraid E-tank and the high jump E-tank. So high jump E-tank and Terminator tank, right there's 2. So they need 1 more. 30 missiles, you collect that before you blink. Space jump, that's an interesting one because the dichotomy there between screw attack and space jump, we'll see. So, TLBR got all 4 Norfair energy tanks. Oh boy. Nope. I'm not even going to go any further on TLBR. And I think column 1 and row 1 are just right out the window. Just look at it that one. No way. Because that means defeat Ridley. Just, nope. BLTR, skip wave beam. We've already got that highlighted. So as long as our runners don't pick up the wave beam, they'll continue to have that tile. Defeat Golden Chorizo and Spore Spawn. Oh boy. Collect only 1 of Varia or Gravity Suit. That is the early wreck ship tile. That's the do wreck ship first tile. And then there's that collect 25+ criteria or 40+ Brinstar missiles. We've seen that one earlier on. In one of our earlier games tonight, that one not too bad a tile for our runners to go ahead and do, and we may see something out of that. We may not, but I don't know. There's a number of Lower Norfair tiles here that are just kind of like. Yeah, I don't know. You can defeat Golden Tree Zone, collect Screw Attack. Those are semi-synergistic, but they're in different rows. There's not much overlap. I don't know. Collecting 10+ Power Bombs, Grapple Beam or Wreck Ship, E-Tank. That's kind of an awkward one. Only 1 of Wave or Charge. If you're going to skip the wave beam, then you collect charge, which I think our runners are going to skip the wave beam. No offense to wave beam. As an awesome beam, charge beam, takes a take. But then there's that finishing Kraid rooms there in row 4. And that one just seems awkward to me. There is column 2 there. Fully explore the wrecked ship. Collect ice beam and skip speed booster. That's an awkward movement. Denial there for you. The Meridia map station. If you're gonna do row 3, you're gonna get that Meridia map station anyway, because you're thinking of maybe pairing these lower Norfair tiles together, the screw attack and the golden chorizo tile, and then finish in the wreck ship energy tank room. Yeah, no, because that means you got to go all the way back up to the wreck ship from wherever you are, and most likely in Meridia, but that's a long way. That's a long way from where you're going to be. I don't know. This is going to be really interesting to see what our runners come up with here. All 15 Brinstar super missiles is a pretty easy, straightforward tile. We see that actually happen actually a lot in any of the Collect X super missile tiles. 25 plus power bombs is not too terrible. Alpha Beta power bombs, Itakun power bombs. Right there's 15 already. You've got to get 2 more packs. And you can do that by something like maybe criteria power bombs, depending on your routing. There's power bombs in Meridia, and then of course there's also the Blue Brinstar power bombs. So you really gotta get one more power bomb pack beyond the Itakun power bombs and the Blue Brin power bombs plus Alpha and Beta. So it's kind of up to you what you want to do. There's the power bomb in the sand pit. There's the criteria power bombs. It all depends on your routing. So we'll see what our runner's going to do. That 25 power bombs kind of off in the corner there, column 5, row 2. There is space jump there as well in that column 5. But it's got that finishing Craig's room, which is interesting. These finishing tiles, they're off on the side. They're in a couple of awkward spots. So, there is that third defeat Golden Chorizo tile, which is just hanging out there in column 4, row 5. So 3 kind of tiles that synergize with a dive into lower Norfair. But they don't seem to synergize with each other very well. No, you're not going to get too much overlap by trying to do them. And therein lies the rub. With a triple bingo, you do want to try to get as much overlap as possible. Save yourself the extra going and picking stuff up. So a Brinstar reserve tank for Maniacal. And MrGuyAverage going straight into Big Pink here. Picking up charged missiles. I would imagine also going to be picking up the charge beam shortly. As there are number 1 seeds saying column 1, row 4 TLBR, easy game. So, column 1, row 4 TLBR. We went over this a little bit. Collect all 4 Norfair energy tanks. Collect all 15 Brinstar Super Screw Attack, 10 plus power bombs, skip wave beam. They've already got that. And let's see here. Row 4. Row 4 has 10 plus power bombs. Defeat Golden Chorizo and Spore Spawn. Collect Grapple Beam or the Wreck Ship E-Tank. Collect 1 of Wave or Charge and finish in Craig's Moon. And the TLBR has, again, that corner tile. Collect all 4 Norfair energy tanks. Collect Ice Beam and skip Speed Booster. And then, of course, collect the 10 Wreck Ship Supers. Once you're going to skip a Wave Beam there. Collecting Charge Beam. And then the X-Ray Scope. So, it's an interesting choice. Is actually kind of Norfair, lower Norfair heavy-ish. Skips Meridia for the most part. So I actually think that's really, really heads up. You're not going to do anything in Meridia at all. And you can Lower Norfair escape and end up in Craig's room pretty easily. Okay, beta power bombs here for MrGuyAverage. Already has alpha power bombs. Charge beam for Maniacal. Lots and lots of lower Norfair all over this card. We're gonna see. We're gonna see what our runners want to do. There is a number of tiles here that are kind of awkward. Defeat Crocomire and skip high jump boots. Collect both Meridia energy tanks. That's relatively simple. But paired with some of the other stuff in that column 3, not great. Maniacal going for the missile recharge station here in Brainstar. It's the CWJ for MrGuyAverage. Across the moat into West Ocean. Coming into the wreck ship entrance, Maniacal. Coming into the Decoro room. Will MrGuyAverage fully explore the wreck ship? Probably not. Doesn't look like it. Would go over to the missiles in the wreck ship main shaft before the main wreck ship gets turned on. So the map station is one of those easy to forget. Oh yeah, I gotta go do that. So sometimes we see people do that afterwards. In fact, we saw both of these runners do it afterwards. It's less problematic than the missiles. Okay, so there are pipe missiles there in Green Hill Zone for Maniacal. Gonna be picking up, maybe going for that row 1, column 5 tile. Collecting 40 Brainstar missiles, possibly. It's more collection than the Criteria missiles, but it's a little denser. And Fan 2 down for MGA. That's a nice fight there by MGA. Maniacal coming down here, Red Tower, now below Spazer. Going to be going up to pick up Spazer, it seems. There's no Spazer tile that I see. But that does not mean our super awesome tracker, JD, Just Defend, who is with me here doing all the tracking. Shoutouts to him. Is not going to find something that I missed. Okay, Spazer beam for Maniacal. A little bit of extra beam power. MGA coming into wreck ship East Supers. Maniacal appears to be heading over toward the warehouse. And that means Destination Craig. That is 10 wreck ship supers for MrGuyAverage. Maniacal here in the warehouse, heading over toward Craig. MrGuyAverage coming up the wreck ship main shaft into the attic. Powerbomb strat there by MrGuyAverage. I'm going to be using ammo on the rest. Really nicely done. Very clean. And good night, Craig. See you later. Okay, MrGuyAverage. Okay, going to be going for these missiles here. use the IBJ. This is slower than pretty much any other method to get this, but MrGuyAverage doesn't have anything else that would make this easier. So this is the way he's got to do it. Alright. Maniacal remembering to come back here after farming up some supers for the other missile recharge station here in Brinstar. So that's both missile recharge stations in Brinstar for Maniacal. That tile there, column 3, row 5. Are we going to see a Crate E-Tank for Maniacal? Yes, we are. Crate E-Tank. Okay. MrGuyAverage into bowling. Oh, okay. 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 Last thing we want to do is see MrGuyAverage die again. Maniacal going down the elevator to Upper Norfair. Brinstar Norfair elevator. Okay. MrGuyAverage. Going to be picking up that gravity suit. Going to have one of Varia or Gravity. Maniacal, as we see, already has that tile with the choice of Varia suit. High jump boots for Maniacal. Some more missiles under the ocean for MGA. More missiles for Maniacal. Maybe one of those, maybe didn't want those. They're a bit tough to avoid, so maybe just kind of rolled into them on purpose. Sometimes it just costs you more time to try and avoid them, and then you end up picking them up anyway. Kind of annoying. All right, Maniacal going for the ice beam. This smells of a Lower Norfair run. This smells of... I'm going to Lower Norfair. Maniacal wants more beams. Maybe has the Ridley fight in mind. Okay, MrGuyAverage going over to 230. This is the missile I wanted to forget and say that there were only 35 criteria missiles in our last game, but yeah. Or maybe it was 2 games ago. Nevertheless, there are in fact 40. There we go. MrGuyAverage has that 25 criteria missiles with that. 25. Yeah, Maniacal is going to have Ice, Spazer, and Charge here to fight Ridley, and it's very possible that Maniacal also picks up Wave Beam. So if Maniacal picks up Wave Beam, he's going to lose that Collect 1 of Wave or Charge and the Skip Wave tile. But it may be that Maniacal has something else in mind. If Maniacal wants to, he can still skip Wave and go into the fight with Ice, Spazer, Charge. So, MrGuyAverage down here, Etakun E-Tank. and Edikun Supers. Okay. So that is 2 of the 15, or 2 of the 3 Brinstar Super Packs for MrGuyAverage. Early Supers, Edikun Supers. Only needs Correspond Supers. Maniacal, a little bit of farming here in the back cave. There we go. A little bit of extra fanfare from the Edikuns. And Edikun Power Bombs for us for MGA. So MGA is going to have at least 10 Power Bombs here. I think actually has 15, if I'm not mistaken. As he may have picked up Beta Power Bombs as well. Alright, Maniacal going to be going over to Croc. Ugh, this blue gate glitch. Bit annoying. Here is the map station, or the missile recharge station, number 1 for MrGuyAverage. No map station here. Hello? Hello? Gate, open up. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, no. Come on. Well, good thing there's the bugs in this room. Maniacal can easily refill. I have to. Okay. MrGuyAverage going to be going over and picking up some more Power Bombs. This Mission Impossible Power Bombs here. Okay. Interesting. So, MrGuyAverage definitely looks like going for that 25 plus Power Bombs. Going to have the 15 Brinstar Super Missiles here shortly. So this possibly a row 1 BLTR, strong possibilities, and a maybe a TLBR or something else. All right. Maniacal gets through there. Yeah, if you don't have a good setup for that, that could be super tricky. It could take you a good while. All right, and it's on to Croc for Maniacal. There are those who bet on Croc in randomizers. Maniacal is going to bet on Croc tonight. That it is the right path to triple bingo for him. MrGuyAverage going to be heading over to X-Ray Scope. That smells of that TLBR that I was thinking about. Ooh. MrGuyAverage getting hit by that waiver there. Not exactly what he wanted to do there. He wanted to take a D boost, but going to do this infinite bomb jump instead. Oh no, where did that come from? Okay, and 1 of the 4 Norfair energy tanks is in Maniacal's possession. I'm sorry, 2 of the 4 energy Norfair tanks is in Maniacal's possession. Cannot forget about that high jump E-tank, which Maniacal has already collected. So, needs 2 more. Where are the other 2? Lower Norfair. Of course, the Ridley E-tank. Gotta defeat Ridley for that one. And the Firefleet E-tank. Alright, MrGuyAverage doing some IBJs, getting into the X-Ray Scope. There it is. That bottom corner. Column 5, row 5. Okay. Maniacal going for Croc Power Bombs. We'll be picking those up. First Power Bombs for Maniacal. Guy Average has a good number of power bombs at this point in time. Possibly going for those 25 power bombs. So maybe a row 3. Or I still think it's yeah, I'm sorry, row 2. No, I mean sort of column. Oh boy, I don't know what I said. Column 1, BLTR, TLBR. That's what I think Mr. Guy Average is doing. Column 1, BLTR, TLBR. There's an interesting breaking of the Meridia tube. I can't fathom why. Nothing in those 2 requires Mr. Guy Average to go into Meridia. Collecting Ice Beam and skipping Speed Booster. Collecting all 4 Norfair energy tanks, Screw Attack, and defeating Golden Chorizo. Interesting. Mr. Guy Average is skipping high jump boots. So potentially looking at that defeat Crocomire and skip high jumps boots tile in column 3, row 1. Alright, Maniacal going in for the lava dive. Doing the rolling entrance there. Nice high jump there. It despawns the Namahe flames. Okay, good. Avoiding that one. Very nicely done. Excellent. Nice lava dive there from Maniacal. Mr. Guy Average going to be betting on Croc. Okay. So there's going to be tank number 2 in Norfair for Mr. Guy Average. Has Terminator tank, has high jump tank. Yeah, I don't understand the skipping of the high jump boots here. Alright, nicely done there, Maniacal, getting through the green gate glitch. Getting energy. Wow, okay. That was really weird drops. Croc down for MGA. Okay, and we've got that screw attack on Maniacal's side. And it's into Golden Chorizo. Now, Golden Chorizo does have the Norfair Supers. So we're going to see Maniacal pick those up. There we go. And it's going to give Maniacal an additional superpower for that Ridley fight. Because I really do think Maniacal's going for that 4 Norfair E-Tanks. As Ice Spazer charge. Make this fight not too terrible. Has way too many missiles here, is why he's getting the beamy things. Yeah, those things right there. Maniacal will get the Chozo balls things if he shoots off a bunch of missiles. 9 to be exact, I believe. 9 or 10. Have sub 30. Yeah, so skipping high jump, I don't know, because column 3, right, collecting both Meridia E-Tanks means Mama Turtle and Baboon E-Tank, and if Mr. Guy Average is doing column 1 TLBR BLTR, there's no going into Meridia, right? You defeat Golden Chorizo, like this is what he has left. He collects all 4 Norfair energy tanks and defeats Golden Chorizo. Picks up Screw Attack, and that's it. He's done. Or why you don't go into Meridia? Picking up high jump boots just makes Lava Dive easier. right? Like, so you go and you waste a little bit of time to go pick them up because your movement and everything for literally everything else, like worst room of the game, all that stuff becomes just so much easier. But yeah, I don't know. Maniacal is what? Leaving Lower Norfair. Now I have no idea what's going on in this card because yeah, I don't. Oh man, I have no idea what's going on. Maniacal doing a reverse lava dive. This less deadly than lava dive itself, but still dangerous. Okay, MGA probably going to Meridia at this point in time. I just don't know what's going on. Yeah, MGA is going to pick up Ice Beam. Yep, there we go. Ice Beam. Maniacal is up here back to Bubble Mountain. Gonna go over Frog Speedway. And I have no idea. Not the slightest. Okay, so there is a collect Ice Beam and Skip Speed Booster for MrGuyAverage. Oh, there must be something that he knows that I don't know. So, gotta be something much easier than my Lower Norfair dive. Collecting both Meridia E-Tanks is pretty easy. We'll give MGA row 2 and column 3. We'll not be able to get TLBR or BLTR. But gotta be something else. It's not row 4. That's got that defeat Golden Chorizo. Maniacal probably wants to collect the Criteria Super Missile. That requires Speed Booster. He does have it. There's X-Ray Scope. Gotta finish in the Wreck Ship E-Tank room. Collect that Criteria Super Missile and what else? Meridia Map Station? Space Jump? No. No, I don't know what else. MrGuyAverage going for a nice clip here. Nice clip to Batwoo. Nicely done. That can be pretty tricky. If you don't know to hold down when you jump up there to jump up on top of the Metroid. Can be pretty tricky. So, Maniacal has defeated Golden Chorizo, so if he wants BLTR, he can do that. He's got to defeat Spore Spawn, however. And then collect the 10 Wreck Ship Super Missiles, which is kind of awkward. Okay, there is one of 2 Meridia E-Tanks for MrGuyAverage. So I'm going to sense MrGuyAverage is going to collect the second Meridia E-Tank. But he's going to come over here to collect Space Jump after defeating Dragon. And then on his way out of Meridia, he's going to collect that other, the Mama Turtle E-Tank. And then finish in Kraid's room. That's what I think is going to happen. In Kraid's room, not too far out from, the bottom of Meridia. Maniacal coming in here to Blue Brainstar. And we've got a Dragon fight for MrGuyAverage. No speed booster here. Does have grapple, so can do a grapple quick kill. Okay, Maniacal. Okay, alright, MrGuyAverage doing some Ice Beam. Using Ice Shield, Ice Beam special weapon there. Now going to do the grapple quick kill. Doing that damage there to Dragon's going to ensure that MGA takes less damage here in order to kill Baoon. Does not have speed booster, so really, really nicely done there by MGA. And there is that Space Jump. So MGA, if MGA is doing column 5, row 2, column 3, we're going to collect the Mama Turtle E-Tank, and then we are going to finish in Kraid's room. So we're going to go out through the sand pits here, go back up to Mama Turtle. Or we could actually go back through Aqueduct over to Mama Turtle. Anyway, you go. MrGuyAverage is going to be making his way back over to Mama Turtle. And Maniacal going to be going into Spospo. Going to have to defeat this boss here. Added into the game back in 2016 here as a DLC for Super Metroid. Always nice to see Nintendo still enhancing their games. Alright, so we're back in Aqueduct here for MrGuyAverage, laying the power bomb. Going to be going up here. Yep. I'm going to be going back to Mount Everest, which will take MrGuyAverage back to the top of, yeah. Coming in from the Mama Turtle from the top. Alright, Maniacal has Spore Spawn down. You do not need to wait for Spore Spawn to actually complete its death animation. It is dead as soon as that starts. The only mini-boss that actually registers in that way. Okay, here's Mama Turtle. For the Mama Turtle E-Tank for MrGuyAverage. And this is really gonna be it here for MGA. Meanwhile, Maniacal needs to... Geez, I don't know. Finishing the wreck ship, E-Tank room. Collect all 10 wreck ship supers, maybe, and the Criteria super missile. MrGuyAverage needs to finish in Kraid's room. Does not actually need to defeat Kraid. Just needs to go in and wave hello. Might defeat Kraid just for the sake of it, but that is actually not necessary to complete the game. Or to complete the bingo, I should say. So we should see a dot done as soon as MJ enters into Kraid's room. I'm going to go pick up the second Brinstar missile recharge station, completing column 3. Already completed row 2. Really, really well routed by MGA. Maniacal. There is that super missile, Criteria super missile, and that's it. That is it for MGA. Maybe we'll see the Kraid fight here real quick. But Mr. Guy Average has finished with an official race time, GG time of 39 minutes and 11 seconds. Wowzers. 39 minutes, 11 seconds. Sub 40. That is an unbelievable time. And oh no, Maniacal has forfeit here. So we're gonna see if we can get these runners in here for a bit of a chat. GG's to both of our runners. It's unbelievable, right? Like, this is a quarterfinal match here. So they have definitely shown their stuff, coming out and really kind of showing their all in this tournament. And just to make it this far is a feat in and of itself. So that is awesome. We'll hang out for just a minute here and see as we kind of watch Kraid hang around, spit out some rocks at MGA, just kind of poking at him. Come on, take me on. MGA's just denying it. Just deny it. We'll see if we can get these folks in. Kraid's time to shine. Perhaps. Might be too late. Might be too late. Let's see if they're gonna come in here. But this was unbelievably awesome. We do have some more matches coming up here. Oh, all right. We're gonna have Mr. Guy Average here. Get Mr. Guy Average in here. Okay. All right, Mr. Guy Average, welcome.
Hi.
So you're racing Maniacal. Maniacal, no slouch in the bingos here. You're in the quarterfinals. What are you thinking?
Before the race, I mean, game 2 is pretty clear. Like, if I don't have a good route, I mean, Maniacal can definitely beat me because, I mean, even though, like, he says I have the skill advantage, and that's true in a lot of places. He's very good at randos. He really has like that mind to route on the fly and just adapt. So if he sees some route that's better than mine, like vastly better, because I definitely like miss so many things all the time. In game 1, I like messed up my route so badly because I forgot that you had to skip charge. Game 2, I mean, that was just unfortunate death, but yeah, it's just I just have to make up for my route through skill, and just movement, and that's really what I think is just playing well.
Yeah. Welcome, Maniacal. So you're facing Mr. Guy Average. I think you mentioned
not
anymore. Well, you were. Let's start from the beginning.
GG's
here.
NGA.
Yeah, you're coming into this match. You think you're down in skill. What is your approach here?
Hope the cards dictate wreck ship first. Really just try and read the cards and let MGA make mistakes. If he doesn't make mistakes, I have very little shot at winning. It just isn't very likely to happen. He's got better room-to-room movement than me across categories, and just more hours in Super Metroid than me, I think.
Yeah.
And so definitely grinds harder. Definitely the more skilled runner and the favorite in the matchup. So I just need to settle into a clean route and then execute on it. And I had trouble with that in games 1 and 3.
Right. Yeah.
Game 2, I felt like I was actually settled in pretty well, and I felt like I would have been competitive with the route he took. So it was a shame with the death. He was committing to extra E-tanks and then the lower Norfair dive with column 4, column 5, row 5. And the trade-off is, like, I was getting only one of Wave or Charge and 4 E-Tanks, which was free, but then fully exploring the wreck ship. So it's like the wreck ship exploration against the Norfair dive and 4 E-Tank collection.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt like I could be competitive in that space. So I liked my row choices in row 2. It's a shame that we didn't get to see the race play out completely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I tell you what, I'm staring at this card. I honestly thought we would have seen more of Lower Norfair on this card, but neither of you really did anything more than like Screw Attack GT in any of these games. But this is the card that I thought we would see more of Lower Norfair, if anything. What were you thinking when you saw this card?
The issue with Lower Norfair is just it's so slow, and you need for me especially, right, to have a fast Lower Norfair, I need Plasma Beam and Space Jump, right? Those are the two main things. If I don't have those things, I'm not even gonna attempt. Sometimes, I'll do the GT and Screw Attack if it's like the card is just so atrocious that there's really no good route to take. But yeah, I'm never gonna go into Lower Norfair because I'll never have Plasma and Space Jump there, so there's no point.
Okay, so that sounds like your 80% route's more of an old route, like a Crate first. Okay.
Yeah, I considered it. I just felt like going in and then getting back up to wreck ship was likely better than plowing through and finishing in Ridley on the 4 E-Tanks.
Yeah.
There were some spaced out finish tiles that sort of locked out because like collect all 4 Norfair E-Tanks may as well read finish at Ridley.
Yep.
Like that's the last thing you want to do if you're doing that, unless there's a finish at Metal Pirates that complements it.
Mm-hmm.
And so with the finish at wreck ship E-Tank and finish at Kraid's room kind of occupying some of the space that you would have wanted with that, it really shut down what options you had with the card. And then like it's right by fully explore wreck ship, and so you're looking at, column 1 becomes necessary and is pretty easy in that regard, but that involves Edekun's power bombs. So like you're having to go back up through Bryn, or not Edekun's power bombs, but the supers in Edekun's at least. So like it forces you to kind of route back and forth a little bit, and then all the way through Lower Norfair. So I just didn't like where it was.
Yeah, so I'll tell you, if you listen back to the race, the restream, there's a point in time where I'm sitting here going on where I'm pretty sure that you, MrGuyAverage, actually is going to complete column 1, TLBR and BLTR, and you're like really close to those if you defeated Golden Chorizo, picked up Screw Attack, and then did that finish in Ridley, where you went and picked up the other 2 E-Tanks in Lower Norfair. But as you're talking about how you're not comfortable moving through Lower Norfair without some of those extra items that where you would have in any percent. It makes sense, a lot more sense what you ended up doing, and I think that's probably faster than.
Yeah, and also the problem with game 1 was like I already messed up my route from the beginning, so I did a bunch of extra stuff that I really didn't need to because like I kept going back and forth and like I messed up a bunch of stuff. So yeah.
Game 1 we both kind of played pretty sloppy, but I think it ended up being in terms of the content maybe the most compelling of the 3 games we played.
It was pretty
just
close.
Based on the death and then my like gate glitch disasters and nonsense in game 3, where honestly game 3 I was audibling between columns a little bit. I thought I'd settled in pretty early, and then had to audible back to getting the criteria super pretty late because I realized that I couldn't do exactly what I had wanted to do, which was finish in Kraid's room and in the wreck ship E-Tank room. I couldn't pull that one off.
Yeah, those are definitely mutually exclusive.
Yeah, that one did not work the way that I wanted it to. So I basically transposed 2 tiles and had thought I was doing the row 4 and row 5, which obviously was not going to happen. So it would have been sweet if it worked, it would have been this really cool, like right down to Lower Norfair and done basically.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Turns out the reason MGA didn't settle on that was it was actually impossible.
Yeah, and it had Golden Theresa too, and that's like a the impossibilities.
Charge Ice Spazer GT was not great. I should have grabbed Spore Spawn Supers on my first loop through Bryn and just didn't. There were a bunch of mistakes because like I was kind of holed in to skip wave. I don't think you can get wave on this card.
It'd be tough, I think.
It may
there's
have...
the skip wave, and then there's the collect, charge, or wave, and you definitely want charge, and you'd lose so much by picking that up.
And then there's the collect Ice Beam and skip speed boosters, so like there's less of an incentive to go over to the right there.
Yeah, exactly. So, all right, MGA, you are going to face the winner of Asder or... Any thoughts about that?
Yeah, I mean, Asder's like the favorite to win all of this, you know, because he's a really good rando player, really good bingo player.
Yeah, for sure.
If Duck does happen to make it past Asder, I mean, neither of those opponents are easy in any way. Duck has definitely beaten me in bingo before. We did like practice race, and you know, he's really good at routing. He's really good at seeing that, looking at that card quickly. You know, like I approach all these cards the same. It's like I have to like settle on a route no matter how bad it is, and then just play. Like I have to like kind of turn off my brain and just move really well, and you know, kind of lean on my skill more than routing.
Well, we will see. We got to see who is going to be the winner of Asder and Duck just yet, and then we will see you in that semifinal match eventually. Maniacal, is there now that you're unfortunately eliminated, is there anything else you're looking forward to be doing? Anything we're going to be seeing you in up and coming?
I'm glad to be out of tournaments for a little bit. I mean, I just have one tournament right now, and then the Link to the Past Rando League is going to start up, and that's going to consume time. And I know there's some SG Live focused Super Metroid Rando content coming up. I'm probably going to engage that. So I'm actually going to be pretty stoked that all I'm doing right now is the SMZ3 co-op. Have a match in that tomorrow night that should be fun. But yeah, I was doing like 3 tournaments between this and SMZ3 and then the Cross Keys tournament that was going.
Awesome.
And with my work and life schedule, it was sort of a disaster over the past month or so. So I kind of held all of the tournaments up, basically.
Yep.
It was definitely my fault. So I'm glad to see that MGA is now back ahead of the pace of this leg of the bracket. But yeah, glad I was able to play catch up in these tournaments, but it's been a lot of tournament play for me in the past few days. So I'm actually glad to have that time to kind of just sit back and enjoy watching some matches. I think MGA versus whoever wins out of Duck and Asder is going to be a more compelling match than Maniacal versus whoever had won out of that. So I'm glad that y'all are going to get the premium version of that content in this timeline. I think that's a better outcome for everybody.
Well, all right. With all of that, we're going to wrap up here. Any other thoughts between the two of you?
Just GG MGA. Thank you, JD, and earlier Link40 for the tracking, and thank you Cerberoth for calming all 3 of these. Dude, really enjoyed listening to you while I was playing, and getting a good chuckle.
Well, yeah, that's we're about having fun while we do this. So, that's all right. Well, thank you both for coming out and putting on this show. This is the first one I think I've done that's gone to all 3. So, that's for in and of itself, I think is pretty spectacular. We get more Super Metroid Triple Bingo content that way. So keep us on the edge of our seats. With that being said, we do have that Asder versus Apathy Duck quarterfinal coming up on Tuesday, August 31st, starting at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. They've got all three scheduled back to back to back right there, 9, 10, and 11. So look for that on the schedule, on the SpeedGaming schedule, and be sure to check that out for all of the other awesome tournament action, like that SMZ3 tournament that happened, the co-op tournament that happens to be going on as well. That is all on your SpeedGaming schedule. So check that out for all the cool, super awesome tournament action that's happening there. In addition to all of the cool Super Metroid tournament action that is happening here with the Triple Bingo. So with that being said, I want to thank JD for helping me track, Linkforce helped me track much earlier, the tournament admins for putting on this super awesome tournament. Of course, once again, we'll thank MrGuyAverage and Maniacal for coming out and putting on a fantastic show, and all of you for coming out and watching, because we couldn't do this without you coming out and checking out what we've got going on. So thank you very much, and we will see you next mission.